Okay, we are backstage at CrimeCon with the Petito family, Gabby Petito's parents, and you can see they look so great. How many CrimeCons is this now?
Three.
Three?
This is our third one.
And what are you guys doing here this year?
We just did a meet and greet, which was great. We took a lot of photos and signed some badges. And then we had a session yesterday, Joey and I, with Nancy Grace. And in about an hour, we're doing another session talking about the documentary.
Was Nancy scary?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
She's not scary.
So what people don't know is that Nancy Grace accidentally put me on a family thread like 2 years ago. She was having a birthday sleepover for like her kids. And somehow I ended up on the thread, and for like all weekend long I was getting pictures, and she's like, "Are you coming?" And I'm like, "Tara, do I respond? Like, what do I do?"
I was like, you have to. You totally have to respond. He's like, I don't think I want to. I'm like, no, you have to.
So did you?
100%. Oh, yeah.
And do you remember how you responded?
I said, "I think you're kind of far, and no, I'm not going to make it." And I also don't think this was meant for me. So, and then all weekend long I got pictures, and it's just hysterical, absolutely hysterical. And Nancy's been so sweet.
Nancy is wonderful.
She is. She is. She might be a little rough on her show, or you might be a little, scared of her, like I am. But she's very cool author. You guys have had a series that came out this year, and a lot of people are more aware of Gabby's story. I want to hear a little bit about the foundation. What do you do with the foundation?
Oh my gosh, we're doing so much. So we started a first responder training program, and we're traveling around the country doing that. We're going to colleges and high schools, speaking to students. We're trying right now to raise money to get a fence for a domestic violence shelter. There's a campaign out there on our webpage for this. We feel that safety of survivors and advocates is really important, and they're really in need. So we're all over the place, but we're just trying to do good everywhere we can.
And Jim, you're doing stuff with police departments, fire departments. Tell me, in fact, you'll be in Idaho in a few days.
Yeah, I'm leaving here. I'm going right to Iowa to speak at a sexual assault conference, and I'm going to do a keynote with a 3-hour training on strangulation for first responders. I leave there to go to Idaho to do the same exact thing there, and then I leave there to go to Wyoming again to repeat. And so we're kind of all over the place with that, just trying to bring this important education and making sure that all first responders, right from the 911 dispatcher all the way up to if they have to go to the ER, that everybody is working together and talking, because that's the best chance a survivor has for getting out and getting to safety, is when everybody's on the same page.
I want to ask you each for an answer. What do you know now about domestic violence or about these horrible situations that you didn't know a year ago at CrimeCon?
That's a really hard question.
Well, I'll tell you what I know more than anything else, is that most people don't know where to go when they're in a situation. And there's not enough information out there readily available for people. I'm talking preventative measures like education and in our younger children and stuff. I'm not talking elementary, but like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, high schoolers, into college. We don't get enough information into their hands, and that's something that needs to change. And that's one of the things that we're doing. We build an education program. We do a lot in legislation, so we're all over the map on things that we're trying to do. But there's 4 of us, and that'll enable us to do it all. Yeah. So it is a big help. Tara and Nikki go everywhere when it comes to education and prevention. Jim does all, like you said, first responder, and then the laws that we're changing. So.
Tara, what about you?
Well, I probably knew this last year, but I'm going to say it anyway again. But abuse can happen to anybody at any point in time. It doesn't see a color. It doesn't see where you live. It doesn't see a financial status. It can happen to anybody. And same thing with the missing. You can go missing. It can happen to any family. So just be aware of your surroundings, know the signs. Also, that abuse is not just physical. There's emotional, there's financial, there's different types. It's a control. There's a great tool on the web. It's a course of control wheel, and it highlights different types of control. So, and different types of abuse. So it's a really great way to to see what's going on.
And what's it called? What wheel?
It's a course of control wheel.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good to look up. How about you, Nicole?
Talking to people who attend CrimeCon, I've noticed people, could they come and tell their stories? Survivors will tell us their kind of backstory. And I've learned that there really is no improvement in the response to domestic violence. And even though we're doing all this work and there's people out there advocating, we're still very much behind in the way we respond to it. So that's something that we want to work on, is helping law enforcement and people, just normal people, parents, kids, just how we respond to it and how we prevent it, and we do more work there.
Yeah. And you, Jim?
So a lot of our training that we do with the first responders is strangulation, and so really taking a deep dive into it. Not only are people who strangle the most dangerous people that walk the face of the earth to their victims, but also to the public and to law enforcement. So domestic violence incidents are the most dangerous call for a law enforcement to go to, and I think the last study that I saw was about 45 to 50% of law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty were killed by a perpetrator who had a past history of strangulation. So these people are a danger altogether, and yet it's a felony for the most part in all 50 states, but less than 95% of perpetrators are ever charged and prosecuted for that. It's downgraded, and they're let back out, and then they go on to commit these crimes. And so highlighting the importance of recognizing that they're dangerous people, and we got to put them away and get them off the streets is huge. It's huge.
Well, we're so glad for what you all are doing. And we're so glad that you're here at CrimeCon, and you better get ready for your next session. Check out more about the Gabby Petito Foundation. We'll put a link to their website. And thank you all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Appreciate you.